All right, I am technically live. We're going to let the timer count back down so that everything's good. Down to 10 seconds. Just letting everything count down to where it needs to be. All right, we're into positive time, even though I didn't think that it was possible to have negative time. Oh, damn it. And I probably should have changed the live stream title to something else because I'm not making the Hawk Moon. We finished building the Hawk Moon. Uh, oh God. Today we are doing the M4A1 from Modern Warfare 2. It's a pretty simple build, but the only thing is I changed the lower receiver design that I was using on M4s and things like that. So now we have ourselves a new M4A1 lower receiver design to use. So because we have this new design, I'm gonna go ahead and take and design the M4A1 from Modern Warfare 2 uh, because that was honestly one of my favorite Call of Duty games. I played a lot of Modern Warfare 2, and it was a lot of fun to play a lot of Modern Warfare 2. It was, I want to say, kind of a skill-based game. Um, so it was one of those things that just it took a lot to do to play. And that was something that I really liked about the game itself. So I'm using the newer design lower receiver that I have is actually from a another gun that I'm doing, the Gilboa Snake series of weapons. Um, it was a fairly unique firearm design to go through and try to replicate and design, but still really worth it because it looks like a fantastic weapon. I'm hoping that this post here needs to drop down by one. This post goes for the rubber band for the magazine release mechanism on the inside of this. And I don't think that this will fit. Oh, it does fit. Okay. So this design here is basically just a really simple bolt catch design that I'm doing. Uh, it's incredibly simplistic, but it does what it needs to do. And this piece should be 3 up like that. There we go. And it's on this side of the magazine well where the mag well fits in, so we're good there. And I don't plan on doing any type of rubber band mechanism or anything with this because I'm not a big fan of the automatic bolt catches and things like that. I like it when I can engage it because then I can just charge the weapon normally if I want to, instead of having to rely on the bolt catch or anything like that to properly work as I engage the weapon. We need to do this in another color so that I can make it the proper color when we get to the end of doing this lower receiver. There's a new handle design that I want to try to do that I just used on my most recent real life model that will be coming out on the channel sometime soon. I don't know exactly when it's going to come out, but who knows? Sometime soon, I hope. Hey, Extreme Guns, I see you in chat now. we're gonna drop this down, and then I think that's where we're gonna start the grip of the handle. I mean, to open the folders. Hopefully that didn't open. Yeah, it opened. Go away. Because it drops down fairly low right here. So I think what I'll do instead is I'll take and I'll elongate out this back piece here. Come in and clean this up on the inside here. And that will give me a little bit more room to work with so that we can do the grip design that I want to do using some newer pieces that I discovered work really, really well for angled grips. Believe they were in here. No, they're not. Okay, now I gotta remember where they were. Hi, Dimitrov. I see you in chat. Kind of digging around for this piece. I know it's in here because I saw it the other day. Oh yeah, it's in here. Right? Fingers crossed. I keep scrolling over it too fast, and that's why I can't see it. I know for a fact this piece is in here. Is it in here? Like I legit just found this. There it is. Found it, finally. So yeah, this piece makes for a really, really good angled foregrip going down like this. But I need to drop this one down just another one just to get it to where I want it to go. These pieces are really old, these angled pieces that I'm about to use. I only have 4 of these out of all the Lego collection that I have built up, which is saying a lot because my Lego collection is fairly substantial, to be honest. It's a really, really big Lego collection. So to have only so much out of the entire thing, out of all of it, is it's really eye-opening to see that some of these pieces are fairly unique pieces that you can't really get everywhere. Okay, so we're obviously going to go for a curved design going on here because that'll just make it look nice. It's gonna feel good in the hand as well, which is something that you want on a gun. I think we are gonna drop this by 10 going down, and that should be the length that we need. I'm using these pieces in particular because there's flat pieces that can go on the inside, and if you add more bricks, essentially the stronger it'll get on the inside because it's less air and more brick, more plastic, more areas for connections holding everything together. Put that in there so that it meshes better with the trigger guard. Now then we are going to come in and kind of fill it up, going down with just standard bricks. we're gonna put flat layers going all the way up just to get it one stud higher, and then we'll end off the back using the same circular pieces except these, or same angled pieces. The reason for using these is also because of their ability to have plates on them, and it also I can put smooth tiles on top of these so that it's a real flat design to it, and it's not sticking out anywhere with studs. It's a real clean looking design, which is a good thing. The more clean it is, the better. Just leave that piece on the inside there. I don't think it really bothers anything, to be honest. Just smooth off the back side here. Didn't mean to do that or move that. And then that's the start of the grip. Now we just need to do this kind of bottom angle here. And to do that, we'll delete the bottom parts through here. And then use okay, so I want to say an 8 would fit it through here. So let's throw down an 8 going up like so. Take a bracket piece and slap this in here. And then use these to get that angle right there. And I can always just use this piece right here to stick with the angle from out of the grip itself. Just like so. So now then we're down to 2 studs. And we should be able to take where are you at? I'll drop just a 2x4 here, and then 2x3 like so. I'll drop another 3, and then one of these bracket pieces should be able to fit going down like so. And then we can take obviously the pieces here and finish off the angle. I think I'm just going to take cheese slopes and finish it off. Make it wrap back up on around. A little bit of a disclaimer, now that more people are here. Hey Jim, I see you in chat now. Obviously you're probably hearing the laptop fan going off. You might hear the AC going off. You might hear the fan going off, like my normal ceiling fan. You might hear a lot of that, so just be prepared, I guess. Going to be kind of here? Are you doing something else, Jim? Like homework or something like that? That's what I'm expecting, anyhow. I go to say that this is a good start. And it really is flat back here. I didn't like how flat that it was back here, but holy crap, it really is right through here. Which is kind of ridiculous. And I'm guessing I'm gonna probably start the buffer tube going along the back here. So we're gonna go with a standard length buffer tube, which is pretty much just 16 studs long. Pretty standard length. I'm using these pieces for the reason that how the adjustment works, it can put up inside of these holes, makes it a stronger adjustment. You have any idea of what gun you can make after the Nova? Uh, let's see. Trying to think of all the guns that are possible to make out of Legos. I don't want to go like full blown impossible. MW2 guns. So if you wanted MW2, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, cut out. It happens a lot with these types of streams. I don't know why. I don't know in particular why anything does that, but it did. Jim, you asked what gun you can make after the Nova. If you're gonna want to make like another shotgun, you could always make the AA-12. I don't think you've done that one just like as of yet. So if you want to do it, you can do it. Unless you want to do like a CS:GO knife or something like that. Those are really popular amongst the Lego gun community. Yeah, it is just a huge block. That's why it's so easy to make. Can't make knives, don't have any of the right color pieces. That really sucks. It's okay, I can't make knives either. I'm really bad at it. Oh wait, what am I doing? Do I have this stock and templates that I'm about to use? If I do, my life would be super easy. And I do. Okay. We just have to magically get this stock on where it needs to go. Is this piece sticking up? Yeah, it is. What gun is this? This is the M4A1 from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I figured it wouldn't let me throw this on there because of that piece right there. Oh no, it wasn't that piece. Well, whatever. Feel like this is kind of low as a buffer tube design, so we'll probably go through and change this later on. Probably. I don't know if I will or won't at this point yet. I think I will, but I think that's going to be for like the end of the video when I can take a look at the gun as a whole. Try to clean this up to the best of my ability. Just like so. Yeah, that buffer tube really needs to come up more. We will do that at the end. What color goes with yellow? Purple? Some type of purple? So now then we got to do another standard M4 upper receiver. So yeah, should be somewhat easy. Depends on what method I want to use. I think I'll go with the more complex method. Drop that down like so. Gotta leave room in here for the bolt catch to work freely. Okay. Just searched SMG, looking for one that you can make. How about the MP10? If you've ever seen or read any of the Rainbow Six novels, the main gun that they use in those is the MP10, which is an HK prototype SMG that I don't think HK ever made into like a full-blown weapon, unless they did, and I'm just wrong, which is there's a high possibility of. more worried about this side of the gun than this side over here. And I think that everything should probably go up just one more stud. But that shell ejection port thing should sits there. Okay, 50M. It's a weird looking gun. It looks weird. It's definitely unique, that's for sure. Okay, we're gonna go with that same design that I was working with before, that I used on my H&K 417 design. Which means I should go back and redo the H&K 416 with my H&K 417 design. Probably a World War II gun. Yeah. That going down like so. Now I'm able to use cheese wedges down the entire length of the gun. Oh yeah, now I remember I had to add spacers in here using plate pieces so that it looked correct. Get up there, come on. Just like so. And they're all staggered so that the seams overlap one another, just like what happened right there. I don't mind that at all. I need to space out this front section here, right there, and right there. Grab one of these, just like so. Space out this top section. I'll change which way these bricks face so that it overlaps with the bottom section. Carry this on over. To right about there, like so. And then now then, to smooth everything out over here, we have these 1x tiles going down the length of this side of the receiver. Close this off using these pieces, like so, so that's nice and where it should be. Hopefully, no, I can't use this piece. Darn. Whatever. Continue this on down and end it right about there. That's one side of the receiver, and then there should be, yeah, there it is right there, a little knob thing that comes up for like 3 studs worth of space. That I'll just do this for right there. So now we got to do this side, which is a tad bit easier. Boom. Okay, now then the good question is, did the M4A1 from Call of Duty have this? Yes. So I'm going to assume that it did in fact have the forward assist. So that's something that I'm going to have to work into the model, as well as the, why can't I think of it? The, oh my gosh, well, I seriously can't think of it. The brass deflector, yeah, that thing. Oof, almost forgot what it was called for a second. So we will use jumper plates. Oh, well, our forward assist is really only 2 studs, so we'll do that. This isn't our forward assist, this is our brass deflector. Okay, brass deflector, we'll make it 3 studs. And move it back like to here. Okay, I like that. Put that there. And then there should be some form of piece that works. Yeah, because that one, I think that sticks out just a little bit too far, so we'll drop this in close like so, and then put you right there, and color it black right through there. Okay, first thing accomplished. Now we need to do the forward assist. So I'm going to just use a standard forward assist design for that I've done plenty of times. You know what? I might experiment actually. We'll experiment on stream. We're going to use this piece for reasons that will be made obvious here in a second. We're going to drop this here. Drop that there. Drop this one down just a tad bit more. Put that there. Put that there. And then I want to say it's in here. Going on through. Okay, that one's too long. Is there a smaller one? Yeah. I want to say that's my only problem, is that it's super, super long. and it's going to stick out of the gun like that far, which is pretty big distance. Hmm. I just think that's too long for my tastes. Let's see if there's another piece in here that has some form of a spring to it. What is this thing? Disc shooter? Well, I know this piece has a spring on the inside of it, but you can't use it with normal Lego pieces like this thing here. I'm just trying to think of pieces that have springs inside of them. Well, whatever. We'll just go with the standard design then. The one that I've used on pretty much all of my models. Just like that. And then there was new pieces added that I can use, which is really cool because I can get a shape that I've been trying to make for a long time. Get that piece sitting in there like so. And then take that, 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 and that. Need this just to angle in just a little bit more. Just like so. Boom, 4 to assist is completed. Just like that. Awesome. Now then we just need to button up the bottom down here and up here apparently. Just like so. We're going to take a piece like that going out the front. Okay. And now we're going to run super long plates going through everything to bring it all together to make it nice and strong. Leaving our shell ejection port open. I go to say about that much is fine. Yeah, that's a pretty good distance for an M4 shell ejection port. Okay. And we're going to take this up one more plate. And now it's going to be, drop this on down to a 10. Boom, boom. Put a 1 down here just to make it look closed off a little bit. It's going to be straight walls going up and down for about 3 studs worth of space, possibly 2. I think 3 is going to be the best, though. Yeah, now we'll go up another 2 at this point. And we're going to leave the back end open for the charging handle to stick out of. Except the charging handle doesn't stick out back here. This is a problem that I have on a lot of my models. I always think the charging handle is way back there. It's not. The charging handle actually sits way up here. So we're going to flatten out this entire back section right here. For our charging handle to sit on. Actually, I'll take and I'll drop in 1x4s going all the way through. Hey Ranger, I see you in chat now. Just like so. Come through and clean up the front side here. Like that. And that gives us 2 studs worth of space for the charging handle, which is just enough. So now then we're going to do our 3 stud wide rail system. Going through it using these pieces here. Just like that. And we should have a, I want to say this is a broken style rail sitting up here. We'll make it thicker by just 1 more plate. And then we'll take the rail system going on forward like this. We'll go ahead and we'll make all of the rail system up here black to make my life easier in the long run. So I go to say that that is a successful ending kind of point for the current state of the model. We're going to drop this down. I mean 3. 2 and 2. Because that's a 2 and 2, I can delete this piece and turn this into a 4. I don't know if you're saying hi back, Ranger, or if you just don't think I saw you. I did see you. You're going to take in now then redesign this section here for the dust cover. which I think I'm going to use some new pieces for, and then these new pieces are these things right here. The upper's not tall enough. I don't think the upper looks tall enough because I have the buffer tube in the wrong place. And then I'm going to go ahead and change up the... So that's the second day that it, or second time today that it's cut out on me. It's getting kind of annoying. I wish it would stop doing that because that would really help. This should be able to... Are you not doing what I want you to do? I hate it when this happens. This is something that can clearly rotate and it won't rotate. Unless I'm just grabbing the wrong thing. Am I grabbing... Do I need to grab here and rotate this? I messed it up. Come on. Okay, this is getting annoying. Can I just... Really? Just like one angle takes it from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds? What about the other one? Can I use the other one? Why does it keep doing that? This is really annoying. It's legit like one freaking angle. Seriously? This is really annoying. What if I cap off the top here using these pieces so that I can't go past the wall of purple that is the upper receiver? You still went past the wall of purple that was the upper receiver. What if I drop a bigger wall of purple? Then will you go past the upper receiver? Nope. Okay. All right. Well, can you go the other direction? No. Of course, even going the other direction screws you over. Just still moving. You could probably manage with these. Over take a 3 and use it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use something that I usually don't do. I'm just gonna do entirely Technic dust cover, which I generally speaking don't do, but I think this is a good situation to do it in. But these aren't connected. If I run it's a 5, I need a 6 all the way through there, and then take a 6 and run it all the way through there. Then use one of these. Just like that. Okay, now then this should open the proper way. Thank you. Except you get stuck on that right there. That's not good. I don't like that. Oh boy. Okay, well, I like where it sits. I just need to figure out how to get it working better than what it is. Guess we will restart. See what other bricks are available to us in our endeavors to make a folding desk cover. The toasted crumpet. I see you in chat now. Hello. I think we'll just use the standard way, which is basically just using these pieces. And then these bars here. The laptop just kicked it into overdrive for some reason, so if you guys hear anything like that, then I apologize and whatnot. Go ahead and drop this down by 1. Close it off. Grab that 6 again. Did I grab the wrong one? No, this is a 6. Why aren't you fitting? Are you really going to be this picky with me? Oh my god, LVD. This is literally 6 studs worth of room. I'm literally looking at a 6 stud wide shell ejection port, and I won't let the 6 stud fucking thing fit in there. What the shit? Is it gonna let this sit in there? No, of course not. Why would it let this sit in there? Am I just somehow off by that freaking much? Yes. So how do we fix this? By dragging all of this over that far. Which we can't do, because fuck me. So, we delete that, and we delete that. Actually, no, we leave that piece there. Multi-select everything, because then we can move this piece over the exact distance. Why? Really? Really? You're gonna be this big of a pain in the ass right now. Why? Just why? 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 Okay. See if we can figure this out. LVD sucking again. I remember when I had a PC, it broke. I wasn't able to build shit on it. Yeah, I've been on LVD for a long time, though. Generally speaking, I don't have these types of issues. But apparently nowadays it's just rampant everywhere. This is like, what the fuck? Will it even let me put down a a standard dust cover then? Like using these pieces? Or is it gonna break on me too? I want to say that's off. This needs to go down this way just a hair. I'm pretty sure that's still off, so we'll just go down just one more. It depends on which comet it is, though, Ranger. It's like, if it's a comet that's like appealing to my frustrations as an LDD builder because LDD is like being an ass to me, then I'll sigh because I understand the frustration that is LDD because it's being an ass to me right now. If it's another model where someone's like, hey, what you're doing is not the right way to do it or something like that, then yeah, I'll sigh as well. Because it's like, okay, well, this is the way that I thought I was going to do it, and now it's not working, and now I'm being suggested by a fan how to do it another way. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know why I'm tired. I went to bed fairly early last night. Can I lower this down more, please? No, no. Here we go, come on. That's as low as I'm going to get it. I don't want to fight with it anymore. It's just going to keep making me madder and madder. So there's our dust cover. Uh, Comments about tutorials are a little annoying, yeah. And it also depends on how they ask. Because some people just demand it from you thinking that it's really easy to make tutorials when it's really not. Just answer this text message real quick. Okay. So I think the first order of business is to fix this grip because this is way too much of an angle. It doesn't work on this model in particular because I didn't design the rest of it around this. Which means deleting all of that. Uh, Tutorials are so hard to make. I always try, but can't get them right properly. Always screwing things up, and it really just gets on my nerves. I don't like tutorials for kind of that exact reason. The main problem I have with tutorials is that if it's a gun that I built in real life and I took it apart and I accidentally took it apart wrong, I could never always get it back together the correct way that it should have been put back together. And that was really annoying to me. I might just do a tutorial for it since he asked more kindly than anyone else has. That I could understand. If someone asks you kindly for a tutorial, then I don't think I mind. But at the same time, it also depends on what gun. Because there are some guns that I look at that I'm like, these are like super, super amazing looking. I don't want anyone else having this right now because this is like my baby. This is the thing that I want. This is something that I designed that no one else deserves because it just looks too good. Too beauty. And I don't think this grip here is going to work either because of where the trigger guard is placed. Of course. Are you not? Because of you. Okay, so can I please get you to go on so I can see what I need to do? Yeah, I don't want people asking me about the CUDA tutorials. That's just something that I don't want right now. Fuck the CUDA. It's my baby. It's probably the best CUDA on YouTube at this point in time. So I just don't want anyone asking me for a tutorial about it because it looks too good. I like the CUDA so much that it's the my wallpaper on my phone. That's how much I like the CUDA. It's just a really, really awesome looking model. It's probably one of the best models that I've done so far in my LEGO career. It just looks so fantastic. Yeah, the pieces for it are. I don't think anyone has the amount of pieces that I used in it. It's literally 1,000 pieces exactly, which is a pretty easy number to remember. And the major problem with it is do does wow, I really can't talk today. I don't know what's up with me. I might be having like a stroke or something. If I die and I live stream for another like 5 hours after this, chances are I had a stroke. So you guys, like, just so you guys know, I died from a stroke. Anyhow, the main problem that I have with the CUDA and making instructions for it is it's so highly unlikely that people have the pieces, the exact pieces that I used for it, that I really doubt anyone being able to make it in real life anyways. Because it's 1,000 pieces, most of which are 1 by 12 flat pieces, like the longest flat pieces in 1 bys, and it's all in tan colors and whatnot that I doubt people have. Like honestly, I made a new gun, but for like 3 weeks I've been debating to make a video for it. I understand. I have all sorts of guns that are just sitting on the Google Drive right now that need to be video-wise and things like that, but I haven't gotten around to doing it. I probably have way more than 1,000 pieces, all from old sets. Yeah, I could understand that. Um, I don't know if it's going to be in my Google Drive or not. I wonder if I have a picture of my room in Google Drive. I think I do because I think I've sent one to Jim before. So hopefully there's a picture in there so I can show this to you guys so that you understand that even I can't make the CUDA in real life. I if the stream died on me again for the third time today, which is kind of annoying. And I downloaded this picture that I took a while back when my room was actually clean. But this is my closet. This is pretty much every single Lego brick that I have that's not inside of other models because I have all my guns in my room as of right now as well. Even with all the pieces that you're seeing here, I don't even think that I could myself build the CUDA out of real life. I want to see this bin down here is all the tan pieces that I have. Not to mention this bin here is all the black pieces I have. I could probably make it out of all the black pieces I have, but I'd have to still order a crap ton of the 1 bys from Bricklink in different places like that. You want to visit me? Yeah. I'm pretty sure in that same thing I have all my guns sitting up on the, or I have a picture of all my guns sitting on the bookshelf. Now I gotta go back to Google Drive and see if I can find it. I'll just wait on, or I'll work on this while that loads up and whatnot. So, anywho, I'm lagging out the computer now because it's so busy working on getting Google Drive up and whatnot. Oh no! Shit! So my display driver crashed, which means LDD crashes, which is not good at all. So, can I zoom in on this and then move it? The SCAR PDW, the SCAR HAMR, which is interchangeable with the lower receiver on the SCAR PDW. Nikolai Yakovic's M4 PDW here. The MP7, the PDW 57, the P90 here. The Alien pistol back here, which is now destroyed because I was using it for the upcoming model that I'm doing. The lower receiver experimental thing that I was doing. The VBR PDW, the M4 PDW EDW ergonomic version, the SV98, the prototype Vector SMG, which is now destroyed. The only thing I have left remaining of it is the lower receiver down here in the magazine. The M4 Spectre from Black Ops 1. My original M4 PDW built down here. The revolver I built on summer vacation, the blowback pistol that I have using a YouTube mechanism I found, the B23R from Snuggle, and then the Glock 18, and just out of frame over here you can see the Neba M9 uh, thing. That is every single gun that I had at this point in time. The only gun that I've added to the collection since then is the lower receiver of the Blue Jay Industries Vector X, which is sitting right here. This is the only thing that I've added into the lower or the entire thing as of right now. And yes, the SV98 does look pretty short. I ran out of all the red pieces and stuff that I was using for the barrel and whatnot. I need to open LDD back up. Where is use at? Close out of these files. Hopefully this saves so I didn't lose all that hard work that I just did. It did save. Alright, we're good. Now then, put that there so that I can put you there. I'm becoming your favorite Lego gun builder. Awesome. It's glad to hear. Means I'm actually good. I'm hoping that the size, the plates and stuff fit where it should be, and it does, which is good, at least to say. Because if it didn't fit, then we'd have a problem. I don't know. Imdom's stepping up his game as of late, or as of lately, or as of late. As of late works, but he's definitely like I've said before in previous streams. I think he's definitely gone through the gun community as a whole, and he's taken a look at some of the other things that people are doing, and he's realized that if he wants to stay on top of his game, he needs to go through and step up what he's doing, because people are just coming through and they're starting to pass him in terms of quality, in terms of the features, the magazine releases, the bolt catches, all of that. He did get help from Nick Brick on the KRM though, but that just kind of proves that he wants to get better. Even though he got help from another builder, it just shows that he's so dedicated to getting better that he will reach out to someone in the community that he considers better than himself and ask for help. And that's something that we all do, to be honest. We all get a little bit of help from everyone. If we ever have like questions about certain mechanisms or certain techniques, we'll all go through and we'll ask people about them and we'll collaborate with one another. And I think that's what I really like about the gun community that we have going on right now is that a lot of us collaborate with one another, especially in the Google Hangouts. And I kind of wish that MDun would come around into the Google Hangouts every once in a while so that we could actually like talk to him about what he's doing and support him and do different things like that. But generally speaking, he's not in there. No, this gun does not work. I don't make uh, shooting guns at all. I don't like Lego guns that shoot, and that's not my shtick in the Lego gun community. The big thing that I have with Lego guns that shoot in the Lego gun community is they're fairly weak powered. They go all of like 2 feet before falling, or like the bricks that they shoot go all of like 2 feet before falling off. And the only real gun that I'd see any use out of, which would probably be some of Infected Bear's models. He's a really big builder. All his models are fairly powerful, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure they take quite a toll on the Lego pieces being used because Lego is not entirely that strong as a building brick underneath extreme pressures, which are needed to obviously shoot a projectile at a decently strong speed. Talk to him on Facebook if you want. I haven't seen him respond to too many people on Facebook, to be honest. You can if you want about joining into our group chat and whatnot, but I don't think he will. I don't think he will, not out of like rudeness or anything like that. I just don't think he has time for it. He's a pretty busy guy. He's like me. He goes to college. I want to say he went to college a year before me, and that was 1 year ago. I started college. I just literally finished my second semester like last yesterday. So today is Thursday. I finished my second semester of college Wednesday. So yesterday, I took my last final at like 10 o'clock last night, and that was my second semester of college accounted for. So he started before I even graduated high school, I want to say. So he started a year after me. So he's into his third and fourth semester of college. Not to mention that he might have taken summer classes, and if he took summer classes, then I could see why he's incredibly busy. Plus, he might have a job. I don't know if he does or doesn't, but he might. He has responded to you? Huh. Well, if you want to talk to him on Facebook and see if he wants to join in on the group chat, I wouldn't mind it. I'm sure everyone else wouldn't mind it because he's kind of a big deal. Scrolling down. Getting these curve bricks in, which are really important to the overall feel of the grip, making it really comfortable. I want to say he does have a job. I don't know if I can remember what it was. Yeah, I really can't remember. Have I seen its home? It's massive. Yeah, I have. I've seen it in all the like videos that he's done over the different years. It's 107 there right now. At least it's only 107 because compared to like some of the other live streams that I've done where it's like 12 or 4 for me and it's like a drastically different time for you. This is comparably a lot better. It's 2107 in London. I have no idea what that is in normal time though. Oh boy, that's a problem. That is a major, major problem. Oh boy. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is just have to go through and delete all of this down to there. Then grab our stock, move it coming on back. It's 907? Okay. Thank you for converting it. Alright, so 2 studs between the top of that. You have drama tomorrow? That sounds interesting. Are you in high school, if you don't mind me asking? So that's going to be the start of the top there. I'm going to throw down a 16 going all the way out the back down to 14 to 16. Like so. I don't know. I'd rather you study for the science test because science is arguably more important. Okay, currently year 8. I picked my GCSEs in early March. The problem with this is I'm going to assume that year 8 is the equivalent to our 8th grade and your GSCEs are some form of curriculum, like a specialty program. So if you don't mind explaining what GCSEs are, that'd be extremely helpful to someone who doesn't know anything about the English education system. Your science test is about oil and gas, then I would rather you go like learn about that because that's actually kind of important to know about oil and gas so that you don't like set yourself on fire or anything like that and then try to dump water on it. You laugh about it now, but when it actually happens, you'll know that I was right and that you should have studied for your science exam. How we get oil, how we preserve it, things like that. Well, we go and we dig in the ground, we find the oil, we dig it up, put it in giant tanks, refine it into gas, and yeah, about it, really. Actually, a fairly simple process now that I think about it. GCSEs are a series of important tests you take in year 11, start studying in year 9, and it's basically going to help you get a better job and a better life. Okay, so if I was going to compare that to English curriculum, I'd go to say that standardized testing over in our country is the same thing as what you're doing, except what you're doing sounds like it's going to start you more onto a job path than just a standardized assessment. I understand now. Thank you for explaining that. That's really helpful. Now I know a little bit more about the English education education system, which is nice to know. It's nice to learn about the different countries all around the world. It's one of the reasons I like the live stream so much. What are you getting mind fucked by, Jim? I think that's a lot better. It definitely, now that I moved that buffer tube back up, so much better. Yeah, see, here's the thing that about your country that I didn't understand, Jim. Because if we're going to talk about different education systems, you have a point in time where you have a work week, I want to say is what you called it, where you were out at a company working for a week and you didn't go to school during that week. That's something that's unheard of here in America. You, generally speaking, you go to school for 12 years of your life and you don't work a day until like 11th grade because we have laws here that basically say you can't work until you're of legal age, and legal age down here is 16. In my state, it changes depending on whatever state you're in. But anyhow, so when I heard about your work week and having to go work for a company for a week, basically for free to give you in job training and things like that, that was something that was really new to me because I had never heard of that before, and that was just it was pretty damn interesting to be honest. I went and told my dad about it actually because I was like, "Hey, Dad, have you ever heard of a work week?" Kind of weird. It really is a complicated system. Yeah, education, generally speaking, is a complicated system. You can have summer jobs and if your school wants you to. That sounds kind of not fun, to be honest. I'm having a summer job this summer, but I'm of the age that I need to actually get a summer job. What's happening right now is that I'm designing the charging handle to actuate the bolt, but be completely independent of one another so that the bolt catch works the proper way that it is supposed to work on these types of guns. Man, I don't know what's up with me. Can't speak for some reason. I think I'll open this up by just one more. And I'd go to say that that is a fairly good M4 start right there. In the UK, if you start going to university, you can get a student loan to get you started, and until you start earning up to 24,000 a year, you don't pay that university a penny. That's pretty. That's interesting to be honest. Here it's kind of the other way around. I'm in college right now, so the second you take out a student loan, you have to start paying it back, and you're responsible for it no matter what your financial situation is. I could be bankrupt out the ass, and I'd still have to pay back that financial loan because It was a financial loan from people who expect me to pay it back. So yeah, I think that's interesting. This is, I think it's generally fun to learn about different countries like this. I like that idea because that means you can get the education that you want, and until you get a decently good paying job, you don't have to pay back a penny of it. It's a good idea. I have a general idea of what piece I want to use here for the delta ring. Hopefully I can find it. I want to say it's either this one or this one. I think this one. Is there another one farther down though? There's this one, but that's way too big. Now I gotta manage to slide this all the way down. Oh snap, I got it on the first try. Damn, son. Awesome. Alright, how's this receiver looking? This looks fairly simple to do. Um, Hopefully I can take this out across the top. Please work, please work, please work, please, 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 please. Yes, success. Okay, that's good. That is that is good. That means I can do what I want to do where I want to do it. All right, so this is going to be connected in two places. It's going to be going along this giant 32 uh, axle piece going through here. It's going to be connected up here on the top of this up here. And I want to try to find some way to connect it down here using a pin. So if I can do that, it'll be connected down here too. But I got to build the rest of all of this before we can start that. I'm going to shuffle around just a little bit, get everything moved, and then I'm going to answer this text message real quick. What am I studying in college? I am studying mechanical engineering as of right now. That is my shtick in the world. It's what I'm good at for the most part. Probably could be better, but why is my eye watering? I can't talk today. I meant to say why is my eye watering and not ottering. I don't even know what ottering is. I can just make up words on stream now, guys. Hopefully that closes up the gap that I see about to form. I'll work in a different color. Drop that down there. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes, and they got about a stud between each hole. Ah, you're planning to study architecture. Architecture was my second choice, but then I met a friend of mine who was really into guns, and he proceeded to teach me a lot about guns and how they worked, and I found that really fascinating. And played a lot of first-person shooters. I still play a lot of first-person shooters, and because of that, I just got really into guns. So I want to study mechanical engineering and then open up my own uh, firearms manufacturing company, which you guys probably know about if you've been with the channel for a long time, because I've already got designs for certain weapons laid out in the form of Blue Jay Industries. Like any of the Blue Jay Industries weapons that you see on the channel are all from my general idea that is firearm manufacturing and things like that. Architecture would have been the second choice, though. That is a for certain field. There's always a demand for architectures, no matter where in the world you go. So it's definitely a good field to go into, just like engineering. Always a demand for engineers. Drop a 3, and then hopefully the piece that I want to use works going through here, and it's gonna obviously have to be this piece. Please connect. Thank you for connecting. It's a 7-year program at university, though. That's a long time. I was just talking to. I had this class called SLS. For those of you who've been in live streams, you've heard me talk about SLS all the time. SLS is New Student Experience, and it's a class that's required for everyone to take in order to graduate. And it's basically a ripoff. The only thing that they teach you in there is what you're good at in life, or they tell you what you're good at in life, because what they teach you you're good at is probably nowhere near what you're actually good at. But anyhow, our final in there, and your final is basically considered it's either an exam, it's some form of work that you have to do in order to pass the class, because chances are it counts for like 50% of your grade. But my final in New Student Experience, SLS 1122, was a final story project where we had to pretend like we were us 10 years in the future, and we had to talk about what we were doing, how we got there, the universities that we went through, how much money we lost through all the universities, and which fees we had to pay, like books, boarding, food, things like that. We had to go through all of that information in our final story project, and this classmate of mine got up there and was talking about how she had become a nurse, and I forget which type of nurse, but I want to say it was like a ER trauma surgeon basically. And she spent 13 years going through her medical degrees in order to become a nurse. And that's an absolutely absurd long amount of time to become a nurse. 13 years you have to be dedicated to becoming a nurse. If you suddenly like make up your mind one day and you decide that you no longer want to become a nurse, that was like 13 years that you lost right then and there. Yes, Jim. What do you need? Is that why my okay, hold on. Let me check real quick. I see now. You added the wrong person. Good job. I'm proud of you guys. I'm really proud of all of you. You make me proud every single day to call you guys my friends. Great. Now there's just some random person in there. Wonderful. Yeah, that's a lot of time. That's you really, really need to be dedicated to your field if you're going to spend that much time. So I'm hoping that your friend is really dedicated to becoming a nurse or a surgeon, as you put it. That's just, oh man, that's such a long amount of time. I don't think I could ever do it, to be honest. I'm proud of Caro for just randomly grabbing one guy off the internet and adding him into the group chat. In particular, the group chat where you can't kick anyone. So good job, Caro. Proud of you. All right, so it's going to be a 3 stud wide rail system to match the other rail system that we have going on. This bottom part down here kind of looks like it has more holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 holes from the look of it, so it's got 3 more on it. You've barely gotten through year 8. It's hard to hear, man. I wish you the best of luck. Um, let's see. My 8th grade year was my middle school year. I didn't have too much trouble through my middle school year. I had some fairly good teachers. Mr. Metro, Mr. Davis, Mrs. Drysdale, Miss Thornton. Those were my 3 teachers um, for my core classes. Mr. Davis was math, Mr. Metro was my social studies, Miss Drysdale was my science, and Miss Thornton was my reading teacher. I want to say 2 of them still work at the school. I need to go back and say hi to them sometime. But anyhow, yeah, I understand the whole barely getting through things. I barely got through my senior year of high school, which is grade 12. So the 12th year for you, or year 8, year 12. Um, I understand. It's definitely a struggle. Sometimes you're just not motivated to do anything. Sometimes you don't understand why teachers you are assigning you certain assignments that just don't look like they're needed at all for any point in time, anywhere. They don't make sense. Miss Drysdale, for example, I can talk about Miss Drysdale. I love Miss Drysdale to death. She was a nice person if you weren't on her bad side. The problem with Miss Drysdale is that she would randomly assign you uh problems. If you finished her work early in class and you were just sitting there talking to your friends, like if for example I would sit there and I'd talk to Charles or Andrew because Charles and Andrew were some of my best friends at the time. She would walk up to you and be like, "Hey, did you do all your work?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, I did all my work." And then she would check it, and after she finished checking it and making sure that you didn't make any mistakes, she would assign you entire other problems out of the book to do that no one else had to do, just you, that you wouldn't get a grade for because you had finished early and you pissed her off by talking in her class to all your friends because you had finished early. What is this program called? Lego Digital Designer. It's up at the top of the screen, right beside the name of the gun. But yeah, I guess you found that out. You've gone through 4 fights, a viral infection, a breakup, diagnosed with depression, and schizophrenia. Schizophrenia, my bad. I have a really hard time with that word. The good news for you is that I understand the struggle that is depression and schizophrenia. I've had AP psychology, which is college level psychology. I took that my 12th grade year of high school, passed that AP exam. Uh, it's definitely not something to take lightly. I understand that it's a big deal. I understand that you're going through a lot right now. So breakups are real hard. Depression is real hard. It's definitely something that you just can't get over, like everyone says. There's definitely a big negative connotation in society to just get over it, but it's not something that you can do because it's it's not controllable. It's not just a feeling. It's an actual thing. So I definitely understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I managed to only fit 6 in there, so I'm gonna have to bump this down to 1 stud to get that 9 slots where I need it to be. Uh, I understand that you're going through a lot right now. Trust me, it gets better. You just need to find the silver lining and everything and do what you like to do. I was bullied a lot in high school because I was that guy who played with Legos. And Legos were like a super childish thing that if you were caught playing with them in high school, you were like a girly girl and you deserved to be punched in the face because you were a girly girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And because of that, like I really wanted to get out of playing with Legos and running the YouTube channel, but at the same time, it's like it was just one of those things that it was what I like to do. It was really fun. It felt good because I was good at it and I could do what I wanted to do with Legos. Whereas some other people have like ideas for wanting to play with Legos, but they can't play with Legos because they can't ever get it down correctly. I've been playing with Legos pretty much most of my life. I want to say since about 6 years old is about the first time I picked up a Lego piece and I started building with it. So it's a big thing. Yeah, I understand why you've hidden your Lego building from a lot of your classmates. Like I said, I was bullied for it, so I can understand why you've hidden it. But at the same time, I've moved on to college where you as a human being is a lot more accepted. It doesn't, it, there's no more, I don't want to say badness, but there's no more like, fuck you, why do you play with Legos like a faggot, bitch, things like that. There's none of that when you go to college because college is a place where people actually understand that you are who you are and you're not an asswipe for just playing with Legos. Yes, Ranger, I'm back. My stream cuts out every once in a while. Just if I don't end the stream, if I don't say goodbye to any of you, then just assume that my stream cut out and that it's going to reconnect in some point in time and come back up. Jim, you haven't been in a relationship for 5 years. That's a long time, mate. Bullying is a big problem in the UK. You get bullied for everything. Yeah, I'd go to say that bullying is a huge problem around all of the world, but I can agree with you that it's probably a bigger problem in the UK. I think, no offense to any of you UK people, but since you've been around longer than America or anything like that, there's a bigger push for, how do I put this? Like being on top of the world, being the best that there can be because you've been around for such a long time that you have to be the best people possible, elsewise you're the last people. So because of that, your standards of education have increased, which means the stress amongst students has increased more. And because the stress amongst the students has increased more, you're getting more bullying out of it because bullying makes people feel better about themselves and their surroundings and whatnot. I've been in a relationship with my car. What else are exhaust for? Hi Tim, I see you in chat now, obviously. I have a crush on a girl in my class, but it'll never happen because I still build Lego guns. Yeah, see, that's not okay. At that point, I'd say it's a better not to go for her then, because if a person truly likes you, and if she were to truly like you, then she'd be fine with you building Lego guns. At this point, my group of friends that I hang out with are just perfectly fine with me building Lego guns, and it's rarely ever brought up as a point of weakness or like a point where people make fun of me for it. At this point, I've just surround yourself with people that respect you for who you are is the lesson to be learned here. Don't really do dating right now, just not my cup of tea. Most people are just a little immature. Yeah, that's. I go to say that's just how society is nowadays. It's just how it is, guys. Gonna go ahead and run another one of these going down the bottom, and then I'm gonna build the rail system going along the bottom. The confusing thing about the girl is that she's friendly, but at the same time flirty. But I can't see any sign that she likes me in that way. Yeah, no, girls are they're complicated like that. The best thing to do is just to say fuck it and then ask her. Like just outright ask her like, "Hey, you want to go out sometime?" But considering if she doesn't respect you as a human being for your Lego guns, then just say fuck that and then move on to someone else because she's not gonna respect you as a human being in the first place. If she doesn't respect you for that simple of a thing, she's not gonna respect you for anything bigger. Girls are indeed complicated these days, and you are correct. A lot of girls nowadays are sluts. And I'm gonna get a lot of shit from girl subscribers or anything like that who watch this video. because I can't say that about women because that's sexist. But at the same time, I think it really is true because there's just this connotation around nowadays that being a slut is perfectly fine. And even if you are a slut, all you have to do is claim that he raped you, and then he'll get in trouble for it, and you'll seem like a victim, even though you're just a slut on the inside. Yeah, I see the common trend here is that all the schools that all of you attend are slut heavens or havens. So I'd go to say that chances are a lot of the women there are in fact sluts. Slut here, slut there, slut everywhere. It's hard to find a decent girl these days. I kind of agree. It really is hard to find a decent girl these days. One of my classmates said that she has nice tits and a nice ass. That's the only good thing about her, according to them. Wow, then. How would you know that a girl is a slut? The way she carries herself. Oh boy, here we go. I feel genuinely raped by you, Philip. I am going to call the cyber police on you. You cisgendered white privileged male. Okay, I don't even know what cisgendered means, but alright, call the cops on me. How do you know if a girl is a slut? The way she talks, the way she carries herself as a human being, and the way that she respects other people. Those are some of the ways that you can tell if a girl is a slut. If she talks about going out with X guy one day and then X guy the next day, and at any point in that conversation brings up dick size and or the sex that they had, or the blow jobs, or the hand jobs, or the tit jobs, if she says any one of those, chances are that girl is a slut. I understand that you can date multiple men without having a sexual relationship, at which point you are not, in fact, a slut. At which point I go to argue you're just like to get around with all the men. But if you're going around and you're just sucking off everyone, fucking everyone, at that point you are, in fact, a slut. And chances are you've heard all the rumors and stuff like that. And if you've heard the rumors and stuff like that, then you know that she is a slut. The funny thing is, we're talking about slutty girls when probably half of us in chat are virgins. Wow, Ranger. The thing about transgender bathrooms is that a rapist could go into the women's, and I think you should know what will go on from there. Yes, that is in fact a problem. That is a very big concern with transgender movements right now. That is a big proponent against the movement that a lot of people have cited as being a definite issue because it is in fact a definite issue. I don't want to think about my daughter going to the bathroom in the near future and having a transgender man rape her. That's not okay with me as a father that I will be in the future. I don't really know any showing girls. Most of them are super chill. We usually even game together. I guess I got lucky. You did, in fact, get lucky, Bricks. I hope there are no kids on here. I don't know. I kind of want to educate the kids too. I probably wouldn't use the tack that I just used at all. I wouldn't use the language that I would used either, but I definitely want to warn the next generation of what women are turning into. Because it's getting, like these people have been saying in chat, harder and harder to find decent women nowadays. You're one of the only people in your school that supports LGBT people. Keep it up. It's you're definitely going to be hated on for it. I can tell you that right now, and that's a bad thing that people are going to hate you for. just trying to make equal rights from everyone. I definitely agree that there should be equal rights for everyone. Of course, there needs to be like a separation, I guess is the best way to put it. But there definitely needs to be equal rights for everyone. We've just reached that point in society where equal rights is just a mainstay of everything. Everyone is questioning what my chat is now. There's an idea like a really long time ago on one of my live streams about chat automatically converting into a comment section when the video is uploaded to YouTube. I'm kind of happy that, that isn't a thing because this is a lot of what we're saying is not okay. Over here just trying to make the M4 from Modern Warfare 2 while we're all discussing what women are sluts in our schools. M4A1 MW2, another bracket, Mastery Edition, another bracket, parenthesis, complete, or this is actually a work in progress, I haven't finished it yet. It's funny because I go to college and it's really easy to see sluts on college campus. I knew people in my 8th grade year that were pregnant that had to drop out of middle school because of their pregnancies, because they had to go have a baby. I don't doubt you that there's sluts in your school at all, honestly. It's such a common thing nowadays that it's everywhere. I know horror stories from all sorts of different teachers that I have as friends that talk about how certain uh, basically elementary kids are caught doing things in the bathroom that they shouldn't be. They're obviously not very good at it, but at the same time, it's still not okay to hear about elementary kids experimenting in the bathroom doing particular things. And yes, you could get shot in public for taking this gun out in public, which is why I don't take guns out in public. Totally different topic, but I found this awesome organization, SpaceX. If you don't know who they are, look them up. I do know who SpaceX is. I live in Florida, not too far from Cape Canaveral, which is where NASA used to launch all of their rockets. But considering NASA was defunded by the government and they're no longer getting the benefits from the government, SpaceX is the prime organization launching out of Cape Canaveral. So I actually walk outside and I can see the launches from Cape Canaveral of the SpaceX rockets uh, every once in a while. So I do, in fact, know who SpaceX is. I'm like I have to read what chat is saying now before I actually like go to say it because I'm kind of afraid to say some of what's happening right now. They are in fact starting the Mars missions in those dates. You are in fact correct. And I think that's really cool. And I definitely have a lot of respect for the people who are gonna do the manned missions. Brought a knife to school and got suspended. Yeah, sounds about right. It doesn't surprise me, to be completely honest. It's how schools are nowadays. Okay, what in particular did I say that was incredibly fucked up? Because now I'm really curious. Because I honestly can't remember. And I literally like just said it. So type that out in chat. I'll read through it, and if it's true, I'll agree with you. If it's not true, I'll try to defend myself in some way, shape, or form, which is probably not going to happen, because chances are what I said is really fucked up. Yeah, that's a long time to be traveling out into space. And if something goes wrong, that's a long time that you have to wait until you can get back home. It's it's definitely a one what's it called? One-way trip. There we go. There's there's like a certain point where it's a point of no return. Like no matter what, if something goes wrong, they're screwed, even if they turn back at that point. You took a nail file to school one day and got expelled, and everyone had to be told that a crazy student with a knife came to school to stab someone. Sorry that happened, mate. I didn't even think that a nail file would be considered a weapon like that. It definitely sounds like the media though, that's for sure. Sorry that that happened to you. We're still reading through chat. I'm just making sure people are. Yeah, it's fucked up. I'll agree, but it's all true. I just happen to know people who are working in schools and happens and stuff where they all discuss this. This is like a huge thing that they talk about. They're just like, yeah, I found little Timmy in the bathroom playing with his little weenie today. I think I'll drop it down by like 2. Yeah, we'll go 3 just to make it a little bit shorter. You're welcome. At least I'm making you laugh. That's good. All right, so the back site should be fairly simple to do. I can't even with you guys right now. I think I might like literally just start ignoring chat at this point. This all did start from that simple of a subject went into like this downward spiral from there. Thanks, guys. I don't think it's ruined. I think I'm gonna get like shit on in the comments by like one or two people eventually. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be like a week from now, but like 2 years from now or something like that. We're gonna be like doing something for like a million subscriber special or something, and then out of nowhere, someone's just gonna comment on this video like, "Bro, you can't say that about women's, bro." That is in fact my actual first name. I see you are just now finding that out. I'll just answer this text, and then we're gonna get into coloring it. Thanks, guys. All right, let's color this. So I think we'll go dark tan and not the lighter tan. Oops, I didn't mean to hide that. My bad. I was going to make a dubstep joke, but I decided to drop it. Excellent job. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we will go with the lighter tan because of how dark the overall theme of the gun is. I'll go black barrel. You want to hear a pizza joke? Never mind, it's too cheesy. Guys are so bad at this. And I do know that those are two different silvers. Yeah, it's funny because I just looked up and I saw that you had just said that the angle wasn't on the grip wasn't good enough as I was going through and I was getting ready to fix it. I wish they had these pieces, but in these threes. I didn't ignore your joke. I read it, proceeded to remember that the CUDA was an absolute pain in my ass, and then ignored it. Alright, last thing we gotta do is the magazine. And then we will be done with the M4A1 from Modern Warfare 2. And now I will copy paste the AK-47 in right beside it so we can compare and contrast the absolute wonderful stuffs between the two. How am I going to do this magazine? Yeah, I'd go to say that the CUDA is probably the best work so far. It's going to take me a lot to trump it. All good things have to come to an end eventually. It's not too bad. It's a good looking gun, and we were streaming all of 2 hours and 12 minutes. Give or take like another 15 because I cut out so damn much. Cut out 3 times today, which is gay. I don't know why I have to cut out like that. You guys can sit here and bask in its greatness while I answer this text message. I gotta go to bed. Be right back. Bye, Jim. All the Donald Trump memes in chat right now. So bad. So I'm in gym today. We were playing soccer, and a kid on my team was going to shoot a goal, and someone said, "Hurry, get the ball before he comes." Then he said, "That's what she said." Wow. Thanks, Jim. Who saw the news that COD 4 was getting remastered? Eh, COD 4 is a good game, but I'd rather have COD Online out of China than COD 4. I don't even think that's actual news. I think that's just someone trying to troll people and get like crap tons of views. So this tape on here is going to be a pain in my ass. I can already tell you that. I didn't even know there was such thing as a Halo Online. I don't play much Halo. I'm not a Halo person. Never have been, never will be. Not a Halo person. I'd rather have COD Online than Halo Online. Because I'm actually good at Call of Duty. I'm not good at Halo. Oh no, it doesn't work like that. My childhood consisted of the original Star Wars Battlefront. So here's the bad thing about LDD. I know for a fact that these bricks, because they have these open grooves in the back here, can be pushed so that they meet the top of here, but LDD doesn't recognize that and doesn't let me do that, which sucks. Same thing's happening back here. Great. Now the tape here's going to look ugly and not as smooth because it's not going to work the way I want it to. Well, what the fuck? Oh, because I missed this. Okay, I messed this up. Makes more sense. All of this is too high by half a stud. Here we go. Tape is black color, so now we gotta color this in. Color everything up underneath it as well, just to make it look better. What kind of music do I like? Anime music. Speaking of which, I could have played music this entire stream. Uh, Animin's my like favorite uh, piano songwriter for anime openings. Has all of his songs uncopyrighted so that as long as you're not using them for commercial reasons, you can play them in YouTube videos. I saw that just recently in a comment the other day that he gave to someone. So I could have been playing piano music for all of you this entire time while streaming, so that when I get quiet, because I get quiet sometimes a lot, you would have had something to listen to. Granted, it would have been piano music, but I wouldn't have gotten a copyright hit, which is good, because fuck copyright. Does this fit? Yep, good. Okay, you can see that this is the bottom of the bolt here. Drop that in there, drop that there, drop that there, rotate that like so, drop a 4 there and a 4. Why didn't you go where I wanted you to? I would have a second channel for piano, but during the divorce, my mom was a bitch and took the piano from us. So I don't have the baby grand piano anymore, which really sucks because it was big. So I understand. Oh, oh, thank God I didn't make that random piece bright ass yellow. That would have been awkward. Okay, and M4A1 from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. If it's a piano cover from Animens, I shouldn't get a copyright strike because most of his music, because it's a cover, is fine. Not to mention he works out of Japan as well, so I'm sure he has permission to make the covers for them anyways. I I do think he's done Death Note's opening. I hope he has anyhow. I finished the stream just in time. My dad should be home anytime soon from work. It is 5:11 as of right now. It's in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen if you guys can read it. So, yep, I finished the stream just in time. I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. We've been going for 2 hours and 23 minutes now. We started with just a lower receiver. Um, and we've had the stock design that I used on numerous models, but it is the proper design. The last thing that I think I want to do is grab the AK-47 from Modern Warfare 2 as well and drop it in as well with the M4 to see the comparisons between the two. Guns, assault rifles, AK-47s, AK M4 style, I think, was the Modern Warfare 2 one, right? Yes, in fact, it was. Version 2, download, open. Yep. This is, in fact, it. File, import model, complete version 1. Of course, one brick was removed. Which one was it? Which one was it? I'm lagging at the computer so bad right now. It's not even funny. Trying to line these stocks up. Which brick was removed? I don't know what it was, but I can't see it. So we have both the AK-47 and the M4A1 from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 set up right here. I have the M4A1 in its Master Edition variant. All the features are in fact working, whereas this AK-47 it's not all entirely working. And this AK-47 is based on the older style body that I had, not the newer style body, which is basically incentive for me to go back and rebuild the AK-47 Master Edition from Modern Warfare 2. If that gives you guys any hints for what might be coming in the future. Ah, that's the piece that's missing. The front sight post is what disappeared. The lipstick thing that I was using. Any hoot. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go over the features of the M4A1 from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. First off, we have the stock adjustment piece here, pretty basic. It's the same stock that I used on the AK-47, except just modified a little bit differently to accommodate a 4-stud wide buffer tube instead of a 2-stud wide. You simply push back on this button here. This drags that pin down out of these holes here. You can push the stock back and forth depending on your adjustment and preferability. We have our trigger mech here. I will answer that question here in a second. Just give me a second, guys. We have our ambidextrous fire selector safety. It's on both sides of the weapon. Full auto, semi-auto, safe, colored properly. Working magazine release, you just push this button over here, drops out the mag like it should. The working bolt catch, which is not auto locking, so you have to push this on your thumb. I like auto locking the best. I like just where you have to manually hit it for it to work. It just feels good to me. Brass deflector and the forward assist on this side. Forward assist does not push in like a normal button would. Brass deflector does what a brass deflector would. Folding dust cover. Charging handle, which is independent of the bolt catch, which is good. Handguard rail systems, 3-stud wide handguard or 3-stud wide rail systems, 5-stud wide handguard, and barrel muzzle brake, and magazine. So that is the M4A1 from Modern Warfare 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. I am about to answer that question. When is my next live stream? Good question. I don't know. It might be tomorrow. It might be sometime over the weekend. I genuinely don't know when I'm gonna live stream next. What am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday. I think my dad is working. If my dad is working, I might live stream making the AK-47 from Modern Warfare 2, rebuilding it basically, building it in its Master Edition form so that I can have both the M4A1 and the AK-47. Busk, I'm sorry, mate, but we're ending the stream up like right now. You just got here. My apologies. So next live stream, possibly tomorrow, maybe not. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going to go on. I don't know anything as of yet. I don't know if I'm going to be busy tomorrow doing anything or not. I don't know if my dad is working or anything. So yes, I don't know. Busk, you are in fact late, but I will open up the M4A1 for you so that you can see what it looks like before I end the live stream. I apologize that you're late, mate, but we've been going on for 2 hours and 30 minutes now. And we built one sexy M4A1. The brick that was missing is the front sight post that goes here. I'll fix that later on so that it doesn't do that. I'll just use a different piece. But this is the M4A1 from Modern Warfare 2. Unfortunately, you just got to the very end of the live stream. My apologies, mate. I'm going to end it here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. Thank you.